This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clark. Out of the Box, Sunday nights at 9 on Q1043.
Welcome back. Jonathan Clark in the studio with one of my favorite bands in the world. Good friends of ours, the Struts, are back. They have a new album, Young and Dangerous, and gigs coming up. Ocean Resort Casino, Atlantic City, November 16th. Paramount in Huntington, November 20th. The Tonight Show, November 14th. At a really, really tough gig known as the Victoria's Secret Fashion Show, December 2nd. The new song Body Talks and Sunday and Monday night NFL promos. So we've got a lot going on with Luke, Adam, Jed, and Gethin. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
That was a good intro, isn't it?
That was a strong intro.
Yeah. It's been a while. I think 2016 was the last time you were here, something like that.
No. Was it?
It was, yeah. Doesn't time fly, man?
I thought it was earlier this year.
Nah.
Oh
I think that was just
God.
wishful thinking, Luke.
We played
Oh,
here we
acoustically,
are.
I think, if I recall
Yeah,
correctly.
we did.
All right, first question. Did you guys vote yesterday?
Can
Oh,
we-
wait.
We're
Oh,
English.
sorry. But the interesting thing is, though, if you at some point in your life become dual citizens of both England and America, can you vote in both countries?
I'm not too sure.
I don't know if you... I don't know.
Well,
I
we-
only
I mean,
found out
we-
yesterday that convicts can still vote from jail.
Really?
Yeah.
After a couple years or something, they, of good behavior
They
or
get
something.
their right back.
No,
Apart from in
it-
Florida.
This is turned into a political podcast.
All right, let's get away from that.
Yeah.
The next really important question I want to ask you is, have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet?
Yes.
And tell me your thoughts.
As a fan, I was kind of very confused with the timeline. You know what? It's. I was saying this to Taylor Hawkins because he was asking me, "Is it good?" And I said, "Look, if you want to know about Queen and like learn about Queen, then go watch a great documentary. If you just want to be entertained, then watch Bohemian Rhapsody because it's very far from the truth, and the music carries it. So it's good fun. It's good fun. It's nice to see someone portray Freddie. I think Rami's performance was actually really good.
Yeah.
And so were the other band. I didn't think the casting of the other members was that great, but
Brian was good.
Brian was good. But it's one of those things where I don't know. I thought they victimized Freddie a little bit too much.
Right.
And made him out to be like the guy who was doing all the partying.
What are the critics of, like, the movie review people say in England say about the movie? Because in America, as you probably know, a lot of critics didn't like it, but people like us, I mean, I loved it. I mean, I saw it in a theater with a really good sound system.
Me too, yeah.
And I really enjoyed that, and I know that it was sort of, what do they call that? Creative license, to make it like a Hollywood sort of.
It was so Hollywood. I think that's what it is. It's yeah, I mean, I don't know what they said in England. To be honest, I was trying to steer away from the critic reviews, because I didn't want to go in there with any sort of premeditated like influence or thought on it. And initially I did enjoy it, but as a fan I was kind of like, oh my God, like that never happened. This is totally wrong. And yeah, it's Hollywood.
Right.
It is Hollywood. And I mean, we can sort of like talk about how disappointing it is as a fan to not have like the facts and the timeline to be correct, but even Adam made a good point the other day. The Ray Charles film, is that totally based, and is it 100% correct? I don't know. Is Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix
Because we're so close, we're obviously big fans, so we're obviously going to be tough critics. But it was a great one.
I think it's great. I just think it was great for rock music, for it to be. I was kind of glad that it is such a Hollywood movie and it's so digestible for so many audience and ages. I think for a band like us, for that actually to kind of be in everyone's subconscious is a good thing, and it's great. It's like Luke said, it is great entertainment.
It is entertainment.
If you know the hits, which most people don't know as much about Queen as the four of us guys do, or everyone in this room. So to watch that, knowing the songs, you're gonna love the movie.
Yeah, it's a film for people who don't know who Queen are.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I saw an interview with Rami, and he said the Wembley, the Live Aid sort of segment of the film, they shot that the very first day of filming.
Yeah.
No way.
That's the best bit.
Yeah.
The intro of the film and the Live Aid bit was very powerful. I was very surprised that they then didn't, go on to the Magic Tour, which happened after Live Aid and was obviously when Freddie found out he had AIDS, after that. And then I'm surprised they didn't have the actual, him passing away or anything like that. Because in real life, that was very profound.
Right,
But nonetheless, it kind of, they cleverly managed to fit a lot of important events and squeeze it into just over 2 hours. It's good. It's good.
And I think that film, and it's interesting that film and another one, A Star Is Born, both sort of musical sort of films, are the films that everyone's talking. Did you guys see A Star Is Born?
Yeah.
I haven't yet, no.
Adam's watched it 2-3 times.
Yeah, I loved it. I was about to say the same thing. I think it's a really good year for the two movies that are being talked about Oscars are about music and rock music in general. So it's nice. It's really good. And I thought Star Is Born was brilliant.
Yeah. Do you guys know Lucas Nelson?
Willie Nelson, Willie Nelson's son.
Yeah, so he's in the band, and he actually, I think, taught Bradley a lot about guitar and things like that. And he came by here and he talked about it. It was fascinating. And he's like, working with Lady Gaga, and it's just, I really enjoyed that movie too. We're the Struts, the new album, Young and Dangerous. Dave Grohl said you guys were the best band to open for the Foo Fighters.
Wow.
Did you know that?
Oh yeah, it gets told to me every interview I've had for the last 6 months or so.
Right, yeah.
But no, honestly, wow. I mean,
It still doesn't sound real though. Whenever you say it, it's like.
Yeah, it's a T-shirt I would like to have made.
Yeah. Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top has a guitar pick. No, his business card says friend of Eric Clapton.
Really?
And his cell phone number.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So great. I want to get into this album. Congratulations. This is like a big arena rock sounding record. It is a lot of fun to listen to. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, mate.
Lots of full-on rockers like right from track one, Body Talks, Prima Donna Like Me, In Love with a Camera, Bulletproof Baby. But there are also some of those songs, one of those, Hold Your Lighter Up type of song.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of those songs is People, maybe, right?
People's kind of like a big mid-tempo track. There's also Somebody New, which is a straight up ballad. And then there's a track which closes the album called Ashes, which is a mixture of everything that happens
Ashes
on the album.
Part 2?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think I saw you guys the last time was at the Bowery Ballroom. Maybe what was that, like a month or two ago or something like that?
It was a month ago, yeah.
Yeah. Did you play some new songs that night?
We did, yeah. We did 7 new tracks.
So this is the fun part, though, getting out here and going on tour and playing all these new songs that you've been living with in the studio forever, right?
Yeah, it is good.
It's nice to have 2 albums worth of material, finally, because when we re-released the first one, we added a couple of new songs, but other than that, we've been playing 1 album's worth of material for the best part of 7 years. So
yeah,
it's nice to have another bunch of songs to actually, it's like choosing between 2 albums worth of material now, which is much. I don't know, good. It's great.
Yeah. Well, that show was great. I mean, you guys had that audience in the palm of your hands. What was it, 2 nights at the Bowery Ballroom? Something like that?
Yeah, I got really sick on the second night.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Was your voice affected, or was it?
So what happened was I'd sang basically for 15 days in a row out of 17 since we begun that tour, and I woke up the day after Bowery night 1, and I got a throat infection. I later found out, and I had like a fever, and when your body's trying to fight something off. So I just felt the worst I've felt in years.
Yeah.
And then went to the doctor. They gave me a shot in my buttock, and
I hear those work though.
They do,
Yeah.
honestly, and it's scary because you feel amazing, and you feel like you can do anything, like climb Everest.
But it's fake, right?
It's fake, yeah.
Yeah.
And you lose it as well. And you've got to remind yourself that actually it's just the drugs talking. And
Yeah,
you have to
yeah.
actually just slow down and take care of yourself.
Between the last time you were here and now, a lot's happened. You guys opened for the Stones again. The Who, the Foo Fighters we were talking about. I think you even played our iHeartRadio Festival at some point, too. Ben, didn't they play the iHeartRadio Festival?
They did, the Village.
The Village, yeah, during the daytime. What was it, like 110 degrees or something?
That was our first American festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, we flew over here. And you're right. It was so hot.
My guitar strings were burning. It was horrible.
Was I wearing my blue
man.
cape that show?
I think I remember the blue cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, photos.
I think it went up in flames.
burned
and
straight
some too.
Can you give me an anecdote? I mean, for your fans on Facebook and our fans on Facebook, just give me any kind of anecdote without embarrassing Mick Jagger or Keith Richards or Pete Townsend or Roger Dalton.
Without embarrassing.
Yes, without embarrassing them or...
Oh God! Right. I guess off the top of my head, one of my managers is a very, very big Who fan, and when we went to open up for them,
Canada, right? Was it Canada?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Quebec,
Yeah, Quebec, and it was a really big deal. I mean, I love the Who, big Tommy fan and stuff like that, and but there was this talk like, okay, well. Guys, come over here. I think you're going to get a chance to meet Roger and Pete and have a picture with them. We were like, oh, okay, cool. And anyway, so we get to say hi to Roger, and he's, his usual, like, pigeon-chested, lovely self.
Yes.
And then Pete was Pete, very, very, a little bit kind of moody and... I respect that. I'm like that. I don't like talking to people either. So
right.
I could identify. But the funny thing is one of my managers is such a big fan of Pete. He walked away so kind of like saddened and disappointed. And there's this picture of him with the biggest smile on his face, and then there's Pete Townsend with a pair of sunglasses and this face of thunder just with his arms crossed next to him.
And the caption was clearly excited to be here.
Which I loved, and I thought you should get that framed.
You do want Pete Townsend smiling in a photo with you anyway. Right?
Although having said that, when we said the same when we met Liam Gallagher. And we were like, do you know what? If the guy is, I don't want to say anything naughty on the air, but if he's in a bad mood,
he's a jerk.
Yeah, we're happy either way. Like, you either get the Liam Gallagher that you see,
right? You almost want him to not be nice.
Exactly,
right?
But he was so nice.
Yeah,
he welcomed us into his little compound at this. It was at Caljam actually with the Foo Fighters.
Oh, Caljam, yeah.
And yeah, we hung out with him for a little while, and he was an absolute sweetheart. And we're like, Liam, is this you, mate?
we left
as you were.
Yeah.
We were politely asked to leave as well because he was being such a gent. He carried on talking.
I think he must have given his tour manager a little wink from somewhere.
He wanted. You could see he was just wanting to chill and chill out with his girlfriend and sons and drink beer. And we kind of walked in like high on life. Oh my God, it's Liam.
The Struts are with us. Let's recap the new album, Young and Dangerous. They're playing Ocean Resort Casino in Atlantic City, November 16th. Paramount in Huntington, November 20th. The Tonight Show, November 14th. Victoria's Secret Fashion Show, December 2nd. Let's talk about that really quick. Really tough gig, but I know that you are rehearsing. How does it all happen that you are in that show? There's like a lot of rehearsal that goes into that.
There
right?
is. Honestly, it's a total of. I think the actual production started rehearsal day before yesterday, and I think it leads 4 days up to the show. We came in yesterday and sort of like got to know everyone, and we were doing the stage blocking, and we had a bunch of extras sort of going down the catwalk, sort of emulating what it's going to be like to having the models there. And it's good. It's cool. It's the first time I've had to use in-ears.
Oh, right.
Which I really don't like. And I'm using one, which to the
weird.
To the disarray of my tour manager, who was almost crying.
It was a very Spinal Tap moment actually yesterday when we're like the token rock band playing Victoria's Secret.
Right.
And none of us have ever worn like the pop star in-ears before. We always have our monitors blaring at our feet. So this moment where we're all trying to fiddle, like rushing the stage. No one can work out how to get
I
these
don't know how to
in-ears.
put these on. Like, someone help me, you know. It is hard. It's very difficult. I mean, a lot of people have said that they, like Steven Tyler told me he will never go back to monitors now.
Because he loves them so much.
Yeah, and he's like, because it's just like that. And I can see the appeal, but for me personally, I feed off the audience and the room so much. I have to be aware of the space that I'm in order to sort of properly perform to my best ability. That's how I feel anyway.
Even now, he's got one headphone.
Yeah,
off,
just like this, you know.
He's got a.
Well, I would think that after doing so many years of live gigs like that, to just all of a sudden one day somebody says, "Yeah, you got to put these in," it completely throws you off. Probably,
it's
right?
all right though. It's good. We one in, one out. I know it's extremely bad habit to have with them, but the show itself is going to be brilliant. We're actually doing 2 songs, which is never heard of before.
Right.
And let's be fair, we're probably the only artist in history or band to appear on that show without any substantial success.
Come on now.
No, but meat and potato pop top 40 success. You know, I mean, there's
Not
Rita
yet.
Ora, there's Chainsmokers,
Shawn Mendes,
Halsey.
yeah.
You know, I mean, these are
Heavy.
like bona fide pop stars. You know,
Right.
it's I just find it hilarious. I love how we've once again in perfect Struts fashion managed to kick down the door, but the door being the back door that has been
Carrying the flag of rock and roll held
Someone-
up high, though, man.
yeah.
Someone inside has hustled us in through the kitchen door.
Well,
But-
plus, I mean,
Thank our
listen,
management.
it probably doesn't suck that you're going to be hanging out with Victoria's Secret models either.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, tough
only
day at work.
60 of them.
You know.
Only 60 of them on stage.
only 60?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. God,
Well,
how are you guys
I'll-
going to handle that?
I'm gonna have to try and remember everyone's names.
It's really funny that I've got to basically kind of like interact with them when I'm singing up and down the catwalk. And I was saying this
That's
morning,
like a 60s go-go show.
it's very there's a fine line of being pervy and then like nerdy and then sort of like
Clean cut.
to like
Yeah.
you know.
You knocked.
I
a
don't
wing off
want to be
yesterday.
like all up in their face like, hey, you know, and I was explaining it. I feel like Michael Jackson in the Way You Make Me Feel video. That's just, you know, the girl's like not very impressed and he's just like
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know exactly what you're
snapping his
talking
fingers
about.
away, you know.
Yeah.
So it's funny for me. I find it hilarious.
Well, we'll look forward to that. We'll look forward to watching that. I am about to play off the Empire State Building 50,000 watts of pure rock and roll known as the song Body Talks. This is a protest song, right? Just kidding. Just kidding. But tell us about Body Talks. And also, there's an alternate version of this song on the album with Kesha. So how did that happen? By the way, she kills it on that song, too.
Yeah, I actually prefer her version with us because I think she really brings something fantastic and unique. And it was one of those cool things that the song was written and we would always love her to feature on something with us. And she was actually going to do Who Am I to begin with. That was the initial thing. And then Body Talks was written fairly late in the process. And as soon as that was done, it was kind of like, oh, this could actually really work as a duet. Because it is about 2 people. Who Am I is a bit off topic. So it worked out great. Sent it through to her. She said, yeah. And then I flew into LA to cut the vocal with her. And all of like the screams and the laughs and stuff, that basically the last hour I said, right, let's just gather around the microphone and just do anything. You know, let's have a Jagger and Tina Turner.
There you
you
go.
know.
Yeah,
So
now
it
you're
was
talking.
fun. And we were just there like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, screaming and stuff. And everything you hear there, it was completely genuine. It's brilliant.
Well, we're going to play Body Talks right now. Everyone go out and get the new album, Young and Dangerous from the Struts. And by all means, go see them at Ocean Resort Casino, Atlantic City, November 16th. Paramount in Huntington, November 20th. The Tonight Show, November 14th. And again, the fabulous Victoria's Secret Fashion Show. You can watch that on December 2nd. Guys, congratulations on making another fantastic album.
Thank you.
Stay safe on the road, and we'll see you back here very soon.
Thank you for having us, mate. Appreciate it.
This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clark. Out of the Box, Sunday nights at 9 on Q1043.